Hello and welcome to our weekly forecast, weekly review as well, and looking at the trades I took for this week. Okay, so this is Sky Vision FX, where we do analysis of the trading markets. At the moment, I'm particularly interested in trading gold. So let's go to the chart and see what is happening there. Okay, so let's do a recap. Or just see what price did last week. So this is the weekly chart, and this is the this is the candle. This is the candle for this week. This was last week. So last week we said that if price broke this high, then we said if price breaks this high, then we could look for a pushback and then a continuation upwards. And we marked the areas we were interested in. We said price come either to this high here, this immediate high here, or this next high here. And then if it gets there, it could push back. Okay, but as we see now, price just continued upwards. So we'll look at those scenarios when we go to the lower time frames. Okay, so this is the weekly, and then right now we are at a weekly high or an all-time high. Okay, price has not been to this high in a very long time. In fact, when you go backwards, you see that price has not gotten to that area before. Okay, so this is a fresh high. And then what do we expect? A number of scenarios can happen. Price can on this level here, what we'll like to see is a pullback, maybe a pullback to this high here, okay, and then a push up, continuation upwards, because we are very bullish at the moment. You can see we are very bullish at the moment. All right, so on the weekly charts, we're at a new high. It could continue going higher. All right, but ideally what we expect is a pullback. So because what happens many of the times is price will push up and then come back down, push up and come back down. So right now I would expect a pullback before continuation. Okay, let's look at the daily chart. So this is the daily chart, and so this is the candle that started last week. So this was Monday, and let me just confirm. Yeah, was that Monday? That should be 12th. Yes, that's what happened on the 12th. So actually, it was this candle that we started with. This one here. So this was the last daily high and low. Okay, so price broke above it and went up. Once it got in here, what did it do? Just like we said, once it got in here, what did it do? It pulled back. Pull back to a level. In fact, pull back to this daily high, this daily high here, before it goes up. So we expect something like that to pull back either to this level, or it may decide to come back a bit inside before it goes up. Or the other thing is it can continue to go downwards all the way. Okay, price will do whatever it wants to do. So all we have to do is to follow the setup, just follow the flow of the market. Okay, so right now what we have, this is our new high, new daily high, and new daily low. Okay, let me just mark those two with a different color. Okay, so new daily high, new daily low. All right, so when we go to the 4-hour chart, we can see price moves strongly on this candle. It moves strongly on this candle, but when it got to this candle, see, it's beginning to show some wicks. All right, you can see some tails here, and that means the sellers are probably lurking around somewhere. So we may get a pullback to continue, or it may break up, pull back here and continue. either way, we'll just flow with the market and see what is happening. So so that's that for the market forecast for next week. We're expecting a pullback and continuation upwards, or it will just fall. So we are waiting for either of those two. Now let's just look at a review of what happened last week. So we see that price came in. This is the 4-hour chart. From this level, it just broke up, and if you see this is a nice pullback here. You see, just a small pullback. So you could have a stop loss here, or even at the lows here, and then it went all the way up. Okay, once it got in here, where did it start the pullback? See, this is your first opposite candle. Then this is the pullback candle, another pullback candle, another one. It went, so all the candles below this level here, they are all part of the pullback. Okay, it pulled back, went back up briefly, and then violently went down before this was a news candle that happened. Then eventually it just flushed upwards. Okay, so let's look at the, so we'll just quickly look at the 15 minutes to look at the trade setups. So just look at how the trades happened, looking at our valid range scenarios. Okay, so 12th. Okay, this is the 12th, and like I've mentioned before, these bars here just show me this is the Asia session, this is the London session, this is the period in between London and New York, and then this one is the New York session. All right, so let's look at what happened. I traded mainly the London part of Asia, the end of Asia and London. For many of the trades, I did not trade during New York. So I got to the charts maybe somewhere around here. So if you look at this, price started from here, went up, came back down, eventually it broke this level. So that's a break of structure there to the low. Okay, but I was asleep all through there. Then this was the break here. All right, it broke and went all the way up and came back down. So this is a lovely area to have entered for a long. Okay, we had the break there, a little pullback, and then another break. Okay, and on this break here, that is another break there. So you could have entered here, put your stop loss around here, because this is the ideal, this is the last opposite candle that caused this move up. Okay, so we have that. So on this pull, on this push up, it then pushed all the way up, and then we have our last candle, the last opposite candle that caused this push up was here. And if you see, price came all the way, I think it just tagged this low here, it just tagged the low here. So all we are seeing here is potential to move up. Okay, and then we'll move up, we'll close above this high again, so another pullback, and then went up. So you can see how price is just following that trending conditions. It pulls up. Once it gets to that level, we look for an area of where it's going to form a possible higher low, and then once it breaks that level, it goes up, it then come back down to, at another higher low, and then goes up again, comes back down at another higher low for us to enter. So you can see how this is happening here. So just to show that this is as soon as price broke this level here. Okay, as soon as price broke, we're looking for a pullback. So you can either enter at this level, okay, or wait for it to get to start showing you pullback. So once it shows you pullback, you just mark where is your higher low here. So once you mark this high here, okay, you then ask the question, what was the last opposite candle that caused this push up? It was here. Okay, so you see, so once you mark this level here, so let me even zoom in a bit higher. Okay, so zoom in more here. So the trick here now is that we're looking for, we know that between this level, this high here, and this low here, we'll be looking for entries. Okay, we can enter to go long. We'll be looking for areas to go long. Okay, so you can have a number of entries like this, and then you put your stop loss below this last. So this is the last level where we'll say that if price comes all the way and breaks below here, then we are no longer interested in a buy. Okay, so that is how you place your entry. So if you just place it without seeing price coming here, you can do that. Place pending orders here. Okay, the other thing is to wait for, another solution is to wait for a kangaroo tail, bullish engulfing candle in the case of a trend upwards, bullish engulfing candle, or a DOJI. In this case, we can see this candle here. All right, so this candle is a nice bullish engulfing candle, and then you can enter at the close of that candle, put your stop loss right down there. Okay, that is another way to take your entries, to know where your entry will be. Okay, so I use those two entries very well. So so we see price do that. Let me put on the zigzag as well, so that we can see how price behaved. So you can see this movement here from this high here. So once it broke to this high here, if you ask yourself, so to this high here, if you ask yourself, what caused this last push up? It was this level down here. Okay, so you put your stop loss. So once you get to this level here, you're looking for a pullback. Okay, so you wait for this pullback. So you could either enter here, and then you're waiting that the next price level will be down at least to take out this high. Okay, so you enter here. You can enter another level just below it, put another level just below it. So as long as it does not close massively, sometimes it might just spike it and continue upwards. Okay, like we have sometimes, but in this case, you see price just getting there. Okay, once price gets there, you can see these are possible areas for you. So if you entered here, you put your first take profit there, put another one up there, maybe put another one at the very highs, waiting for price to push up. Okay, so that also happens here. So you see, maybe you put a pending order here. Eventually you get triggered, the stop loss is still in place right there, and then you see price just goes very nicely. Okay, I trust you're understanding this very well. If you need further clarification on how these entries occur, please let me know. Okay, just put a comment below, and we'll look at it again. So let's look at this push here now. Let's analyze this push here. Okay, so you see price gets to this high. All right, once it gets to this high, you ask yourself that question: where is the valid range? Okay, where is the valid range? What is the last opposite candle? When you look backwards, what is the last opposite candle that caused this push up? Is this candle here? This is the last opposite candle. Okay, all these other ones are bullish candles. Therefore, you can put your stop loss down here and say, okay, as long as price does not close below that level, okay, you give it some space, like we said, then, which means between this level here, and this level here, these are all your entry levels. So you can enter here, you can enter here, you can enter here, you can enter here, but your stop loss is down there. Your safe stop loss, okay, is down there, just below this candle here. Okay, just enter with faith that price will pull back and then continue upwards, and that is what price did there. Okay, so I'm dwelling a lot on how these entries occur. So let's look at the following day. Okay, so what happened here? Let's start. Okay, so during Asia, we see a mark downwards. So price pushed all the way up. Okay, when it got here, you see where is the last opposite candle? It was this one, or you take this one, since this is the first candle here. So as soon as price broke this level, it started going downwards. So this is Asia session. I started trading around here. So we see price pull down, pull back up. All right, on this pull back up, you put your stop loss right there, you have all this level, all this space here for your entries. Okay, and then price breaks this level here. That means the next valid range, if you ask yourself what caused this push down, the last opposite candle that caused this push down is this man here. Okay, so your stop loss, you can put your stop loss a little bit above this level. Okay, so on when this candle is now, when the price is pushing back up, you have all your entries between this level and this level here where you put your stop loss. Okay, you may have just got tagged in at this level to stop for a stop out, but if not, if you're not stopped out, then you're in good shape to look for this pullback here. Okay, now once you enter your trade, so you're entering your trades here. Supposing price, let's assume that price stopped you out, so you take that as a loss. All right, and then so we are looking for price to either break this high or break this low. That's your next valid range. Okay, and then what did price do? Price got in here, instead of continuing downwards, do this and continue downwards, it started going back up. All right, so between this high here, see, once it breaks this high here, so you have the clarity, okay, according to your trade plan, that the next valid range is between this low here and this high. So you enter, it goes up initially, all right, goes all the way up, then I think it was news or something, came back down. Look at this situation now, it just spiked this low only just by a few pips. That's why we say it's usually better to give it a little bit of breathing space. So maybe if you took this low here as your entry, I mean, it's just a little space there as your stop loss. Okay, so once price, because we don't, the last opposite candle for that caused this range here, so this is the range we are looking at. So the last valid opposite candle is this one here. Okay, for this push up, which caused this so this is our range. So the last opposite candle for this man here is this one here. So once you put there, you may have been stopped out on that candle here. Actually, yes. So I'm just looking at it again. You see, that's why you need to be careful how you do your analysis. So let me open that up again. So your price, this is the last valid range. Where is the last valid range before this pull up? The last valid range is actually here, between here. This is the last valid range. So if you say where is the last opposite candle, this one is not a valid range, this is not the valid range. So what will have happened here, okay, is actually, yes, you are right, we are right. This was the last candle, the last opposite valid range, that valid low, rather, the last valid low is here. So it will have been stopped out here. Okay, but let's move on. So you may have been stopped out. So this will have been a losing day. Okay, today will have been a losing day on that day. Let's quickly look at what happened next, the following day. All right, price broke down. Okay, and this where's your last valid range is between here and here. Now something interesting happens here. Look at, price came all the way up. What you expect next is for price to come down. Okay, but it does not do that. What did it do? Price then breaks this last high here. This will be a minor high. Okay, broke this. This is our major high here. This will be a minor high. Since this high here did not break this low here, it's a minor high. But see, price broke that one. So that is what I call the MSS solution, the MSS pattern, market structure shift. Okay, so price did not have a valid range here because our valid range is between here and here. So the valid range, then happened here. So on this break here, we'll then begin to look for price to continue upwards. For price, the probability of price going up is very high, okay, because we have a market structure shift. And then so you then enter somewhere there and then see how price continues upwards. You break there, okay, and then it continues as well. Let me do this. Okay, and then you get another entry. So on this, once it gets here, the last valid opposite candle is here, is down here. Okay, and then you see, so you have all this space here between here and here to enter. So you enter, once you enter, you actually and put your take profit down there. So all these entries here, you enter, you will have been hit as your TP at this level here, or else maybe you might have moved your entries to break even. Okay, then on this break here, so this caused, so if you ask what caused this last high here, the last candle will be here. You take this one here, okay, and then that means you can take this by cells rather. So you then take a cell all the way down here, okay, and then you continue like that all the way. Okay, just continue following that same process. Look at what happened here again. You have a clear break of structure. So you have, once you get to this high here, if you don't enter on this level here, okay, if you don't enter, you're waiting for a proper pullback. You take between this level and this level. This is your last valid range between here and here. So you can take entries for buys all the way to this to your stop loss somewhere down there. So all this, that is how you enter, and then it goes. Your next take profit level is this high here, which happens here, and then look at what happened next again. We get another. You see, price continues to repeat this pattern that we talk about. Okay. So as long as it does not break that last higher low, you are good to enter for entries. Okay, and then you're looking for your first take profit at the highs. Okay, and then if it continues upwards, that's good for you. All right. So so this week actually was a good week. We had some good entries. Let me see. I want to go to Friday. Okay, so this is Friday here. I had the initial entry. I was actually on the road, so I wasn't monitoring the trades very well. I put my stop loss here. So once I got in here, okay, and I saw this. So this was my initial level there, because when I said what caused this push down, I said this was the last opposite candle. So as long as it was here, I thought, okay, I'll be looking for sells. Okay. But because I was on the road, I did not place a sell. So when I then look at the chart, I saw this candle here, and I then thought, okay, perhaps it wants to start moving upwards. So I just put a buy there, and I put my stop loss right there. Okay, and as price would have it, look at this nice engulfing candle. It just went all the way, and then it just continued going all the way up. Okay, if you look at that. It went all the way up till it got to the 2500 level, till it got to the 2500 level, which was here. I think it was this candle. Yeah, 2500 level. That was this candle here. Okay, so you see how price just moves continually, and it keeps repeating itself. And the only reason why you will enter, so when price is moving this way, price just shows you a pattern. Okay, when it's moving this way, there's no guarantee that it will continue going up. It can pull back, pull up a bit, and then break down. Okay, it can do that, but you just trust that the pattern will work over a series of trades. This pattern will work, and then that gives you your edge. Okay, I hope this has been educative. Please do like and share the video, and subscribe to my YouTube page. Happy trading.